Innocent Love, written by Neelam Mate. Ravi was running wildly through the narrow streets of the slums, holding a piece of paper in his hands. It was not an ordinary piece of paper. It was the address of his new friend, Reena. It's her birthday tomorrow, and she has invited him for the party. He has so many preparations to do. Hey, Ravi, where are you going? Ravi heard his friend Babu calling him, and without turning back, he knew that Babu was playing marble with other boys of the slums. I'm busy, can't talk now, Ravi replied, waving his free hand and turning right towards a narrower lane. Seeing Ravi in such hurry, Babu's interest in his marble game faded and curiosity brightened. Soon he was running behind Ravi. What's the hurry, Ravi? Only to tell me? He asked with an added begging effect. Ravi looked at him with a smile, his dirt-covered golden hair fluttering in the air. He stopped and brought the piece of paper before Babu's face. Reena invited me for her birthday tomorrow. She gave me her address. See, he said while breathing heavily. You know very well I can't read. But why are you not at the square today? Your father will kill you if he didn't find you at the signal cleaning the carts. Babu asked, squinting at the paper with his illiterate eyes. He was very sure that Ravi was about to get some serious beatings from his father today. Last month, when Ravi felt sick and returned home early from the signal, his father beat him so hard his skin remained blue and green for days. That time, both the boys came to the conclusion that Ravi must have been kidnapped by this alcoholic man and that he could not be his real father. I came home early because I needed to buy a gift for her. And where do you think the money will come from? Ravi looked around and finding no one nearby other than a buffalo who was already busy chewing God knows what, pulled Babu's ear close to his mouth. From my money box. What? You have been saving that money for your cycle? And I know, but I don't need a bicycle. It's already so much traffic around and I have already crossed the age to cycle here and there like a kid. And I am thinking that I should buy a motorcycle now. You are only 11, Babu reminded him. Ravi looked at him for a second and finding nothing to say, ran towards his home, which was a shack erected with 4 dirt walls and a wooden and metal roof. He took the money he has been saving for his bicycle from the last 6 months and ran to the ladies' clothing shop. He purchased a beautiful sea green tunic for Reena, the best his merge money could buy, and returned to his 10 by 12 home. He hid the gift in the box where he kept his dead mother's things, which were very close to his heart. His mother passed away when he was 6 years old, but he still sometimes sees her in his dreams wearing her beautiful red sari. Her only valuable possessions hidden inside the box was that red sari. Sometimes when his father beats him and he misses his mother badly, then he opens the box and inhales deeply to breathe in her smell, to feel her presence, to feel loved and to feel his existence in this cruel world. He washed his shirt and his only trouser, cooked something to eat for himself and for his father, ate his dinner quickly, and when his father returned home drunk, he pretended to be asleep. He didn't move when his father scolded him and cursed him and even kicked him. He was waiting for tomorrow. He woke up early in the morning and checked his gift. His father was sleeping in the corner of the room. He went to the public washroom and cleaned himself. Very few people in the slums could afford personal bathrooms. His only aim for today was to hide somewhere so that his father should not beat him. He doesn't want to go to the party with scars on his face. He grabbed her present and spent the whole day hiding inside the compound of an abandoned company, remembering the day when he saw Rina for the first time. It was a very hot afternoon, and he was dusting and cars stopping at the signal. Suddenly he saw a luxurious sedan parked on the side of the road. It looked as if the tire was flat, and the middle-aged driver was working very hard to apply the jack under the car. He ran quickly to help the driver, and there he saw her sitting in the car. She was wearing her school uniform, and her long golden hair were tied in a ponytail. She was around his age. When she saw him, she instantly smiled and waved her hand. It was unexpected for him. People could be nice also, he learned that day. He waved his hand in return. He helped the driver while catching glimpses of her. She was the most beautiful girl he was ever seen in his life. When he finished his work, she gave him a big chocolate and said, "Thank you." He made sure to be at the signal daily just to see her, and sometimes when there was a jam, he could even get a chance to talk to her. Some days he would stand for hours waiting for her car before realizing that it was a holiday. A few days ago, she told him about her birthday. She invited him and also gave him her address and told him that she will wait for him. With that thought, he came back to reality. The sun was setting and he must leave to be on time at the party. He was already memorized her address. He ran towards her home. Running and walking for around half hour, he reached her home. He was breathing heavily. He stood there for a while to catch his breath. He looked at her house. It was a huge bungalow with a big garden decorated with lights. The road in front of her house was filled with cars. Music was flowing from the house. Aroma of the delicious food reminded him that he had not eaten anything for the whole day. Being hungry for the whole day was not a big deal for him. Patting his hair, he moved towards the house. "Hey, boy, where are you going?" a rude voice asked him. It was the girl at the gate. "I am Robbie, Rina's friend. She invited me for her birthday," he replied, trying to sound rich, though he doesn't know how the rich people sounded. He was only seen Rina, and she was completely different from others. "Baby's friends, look at yourself. Do you think I am a fool? Run away or I will throw you out," the guard said threateningly. Before Robbie could say anything, he saw a handsome man wearing an expensive grey suit coming towards the gate. "What happened, Ramesh?" he asked the guard. Ravi instantly knew that he could be Rina's father. "Sir, this boy is saying that he is..." His words are cut by the arrival of the new guests whom Rina's father welcomed warmly. "Ramesh, that boy must be hungry. Give him some food and ask him to leave," Rina's father instructed the gatekeeper before turning back to go in. "Yes, sir," the guard replied, and soon he stuffed some food wrapped in a tissue paper in Ravi's hand. Ravi was trying hard to peep through the huge gate to find Rina. The guard pushed him away from the gate, muttering something. Ravi turned around to leave, but his heart was not listening. He wanted to wait till he could see Rina. He sat on the footpath opposite to her house, her present in one hand and the food in another. He sat there for hours, and when he could not bear the hunger, he opened the packet and ate the food. He was thirsty, he was tired, he was feeling insulted, and he was missing his mother badly. He wanted to hold the red sari in his hands and cry till all the troubles in his life were washed away with his tears. He was feeling drowsy, but still he sat there. He knew that he has to cross the huge distance to reach home, but he knew there was no one who was waiting for him. With the present pressed against his heart, he waited for the guest to leave. He waited until all the cars left. He waited till the family said good night to the last guest, and he waited till he saw the gate being closed, and he waited till he saw the lights being turned off, and then eventually he dozed off. Thank you.